Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
I'm sure I knew you'd want to.
Yeah.
Mega deal at Universal.
Hey,
big deal at Universal. They stole him, Johnny. They stole him.
Did they though?
I know. He has been Paramount's golden boy for years, but it seems that Taylor Sheridan is moving to a new home in the near future. Puck News and Variety reports that Yellowstone creator is poised to make NBC Universal his TV and film production home with a lucrative long-term deal. The deal's signed up super early, won't kick off for another 3 years. At that time, he'll have spent a decade with Paramount. Sheridan is one of TV's most prolific creators the past decade, churning out a huge lineup of series of Paramount Plus and Paramount Network, including Yellowstone, 1883, 1923, upcoming Y Marshals, along with Tulsa King, Mayor of Kingstown, Lioness, Landman, Lawman, Bass Reeves. It was known that Sheridan has been considering a new overall deal arrangement, and Paramount, which has undergone a major overhaul since Skydance took over in August, has seen many of the core executives allied with Sheridan's rise at the company having exited. No official comment has come forward from either the studio or Sheridan. Okay, so what I'm confused about here, maybe, and you probably have more of a hold on this than I do. If Paramount has right now all of this money, why do you let this guy go? Is it because of what they just said? All the people who were in charge before there that he was comfortable with, they're gone. Like, how do you let him go if you're Paramount and you want to set up this whole new empire, and one of your biggest TV guys is right there, and all you got to do is sign him? Why do you let him?
I think there are a lot of reasons for this, and anyone trying to go with just one reason, I think, is way off base. This guy is an incredibly interesting creator. I think he gets unfairly painted as a red state guy because I've seen a lot of his content, and he's very much down the middle. Something you and I talk about all the time. We need more people who are in the middle, who can call out both sides and have a strong opinion about taking from both sides, what's best from both sides. And if you look at his content, you look at Lioness, led by 2 women, diverse cast. You look at something like what did I recently just see? Oh, Landman. Look at Landman, which is a commentary on wealth and on the corruption of oil barons and how they step on the little guy and little people. You got interracial relationships in that. So I think what the thing is, Taylor does a great job with his content. Yellowstone's probably the weakest, which is ironic, weakest of the stuff that he makes, because the other stuff is really thought-provoking and interesting and fascinating. And he wants to be left alone. And that's another element of this. So yes, the people who were there were really in support of him. But the fact that the new people came in and they, the Ellison and all of them were like, Sheridan's our number one guy. We got to make sure, they said all that stuff. But then the executives came in under Ellison and were like, we're going to cut the budgets. We're going to make him, adhere to the stuff. So there's a lot of things here. And I think personally, Taylor did not want to be under the thumb of people with a certain political ideology going in and messing with his content. And Universal.
But look at this. But look at the South Park guys. They're not having that problem.
Not yet. And look, Jon Stewart's wondering where he's at. So right now we're still in the early days of what's going to happen. So I think Taylor, who's a smart guy, read the tea leaves, saw that people were leaving, who defended him to the bigwigs. His budgets were being cut. They were going to force him to do stuff on sets or closer to home, which would ruin some of the authenticity. And I think the other element is that he didn't want to be under the thumb of people who have a particular political ideology and were going to force his content to adhere to that ideology. I think all of that is in the mix here for the reasons of why he left the situation. Yeah.
Well, it's a big win for Peacock for sure.
Oh, 100%.
The question I have is, how does that work now? Because Paramount footed the bill for all those things for so long. Does Peacock get the library, or does the library live there? Because it's apparent, like, I would assume no, because if I'm Paramount, I'm like, no, we spent the money to do all those seasons of Tulsa King. You want to find Tulsa King? You watch it. You can do new seasons of Tulsa King over on your thing, but you got to find all the old ones at our place. So
does this mean because this is what, in 2027 or 2028 when the deal is up, or 2026 rather, when the deal is up. So does he now have to start all over again, and there are no more seasons of these shows, or do other creators come in to keep going with Landman or keep going with Lioness or these other.
Great question. Do they go with him?
Yeah.
Or does it stay with Paramount? That's a great
Right.
question. That's not really the details that they said of the deal are not really in there.
Right.
So
right.
like, because that's huge. It's like, okay, yeah, Yellowstone, all those things, they're ours. They're
Right.
ours. But I don't think that's the case. I think that especially after you got to the status that he's at,
Right.
I am sure that in his deal, his agents were good enough to say if he goes, the shoe goes with him. I would assume it would be a standard deal for them to go, if we're sitting there going, okay, fine.
Yeah.
He's going to take Yellowstone. You're going to take the new editions of Tulsa King. You're going to do it somewhere else. Okay, fine. Everything else lives on our thing. You want to find 1, 2, and 3, you got to find it with us. But I don't know. Maybe we find out more, or maybe it goes with them. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure.
But I think this is a big loss. I think this is egg on their face for Paramount because they've been throwing money around left and right.
Yeah.
And losing a massive creator.
This is big. This is a big loss for them. Yeah.
The Duffer Brothers do not fill the void of Taylor Sheridan, So.
No, they need this is another reason why they really need that win with getting Warner Brothers, because no one will talk about this. If they get Warner Brothers, no one's going to care that they missed out on Taylor Sheridan. But if they don't, then it's like, okay, you didn't get Warner Brothers, you lost Taylor Sheridan.
Right.
They got the UFC. That's a big win. That's a big win.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's I mean, UFC is still a niche thing, man, and it's very dependent on the stars.
I think that's gonna change though with the fact that I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna start watching it again because one of the main reasons I stopped watching, I'm not paying $70 for a pay-per-view. I'm not doing it. I just will not do that.
Yeah.
But I will absolutely watch the pay-per-views if I'm already subscribed. It's the same thing. I haven't watched a WWE PLE since they changed the stupid deal. Haven't watched one. I'm not updating my thing. I haven't watched it. Don't care. I'll watch the highlights on Twitter.
Right.
And that's what I used to do at UFC. Now it'll be the opposite. Now I'll watch everything on UFC that's out because I have access to it. And I'm not spending extra with all the other crap. And HBO Max changes their prices every month, and then all these different Disney changes every month. They keep hiking the prices. Yeah. I'm not going to do that with ESPN. I don't care enough about WWE to where it's like, oh, I need to spend this money and get the bundle. Stick it up your asshole. You should have left it exactly where you left it and did what you did. This was greedy. And I think this is Paramount going, okay, you take every pay-per-view, do it.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, because this is the same thing exactly with WWE, like you said. Like Netflix is a much bigger situation than Peacock. They came in, they took all the content, they put the PLEs on it, but the ratings are down. And so are people going to go to Paramount Plus for UFC, or are they not? So it's going to be interesting because I think both WWE and UFC are driven by star talent. If you don't have the star talent, the ratings go completely down no matter where you're at. So it'll be curious to see how UFC does, because I like their content. I like the Tough Enough. I love those shows.
Yeah, you know what I want to do, John?
We'll see. Yeah,
I want to get, because we used to have a few. I'm going to reach out to our advertising agency. I want to get one of those VPNs because in the UK, Netflix, you can get everything, all the PLEs and everything outside of the States.
Right. Yeah.
So you can get like one of those VPNs.
Get Express or NordVPN.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you guys make of this deal? Is it does it really matter to Paramount that they lost him, or is this a major loss? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Look, people can be scumbags. We know that. People are trying to rip people off for money all the time. There's scams happening all the time. Hell, there are YouTube channels dedicated to catching these scamming bastards. But your security, it's got to be a priority. And Cash App, it treats it that way. With Security Lock, Cash App requires a successful Face ID or a biometric authentication to access your account. It's like your money is being protected by your own personal bodyguard. Even if your phone, if it's lost, if it's stolen, they got you covered. Plus, if you're about to send money to someone new and Cash App notices that something's like off, you're falling for a scam, it's going to send you a warning before the money is sent to confirm that everything looks right. Turn on Security Lock in your Cash App settings today. Pay attention to scam warnings to keep your money safe. Learn more at cash.app/security. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use the code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend with 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcasts for full disclosures.